Okay. So inside this, right, if you see, there is a cast function. So if you remember, we have discussed already cast and convert. There will be convert also, right?
Yeah,
But
cast
yeah,
convert.
cast and convert.
Yes.
These two functions will be a part of the your what is that other metadata functions, and this ident current, ident increment, and ident seed. This we will discuss when we are going with the identity column property. Okay, and if you see is null. So
Okay.
if you want to check whether the column is having any null value, okay. So select. Let us create is null test. Create table tbl is null test. Okay, so is null test a integer b care of 10 I am giving. So let us say yep. Now insert tbl null test, select 1 comma null null, select 2 comma v, select 2 comma b, select 4 comma null. What I have done here is I did insertion of 4 records into TBL seasonal test. Okay, so if you see, there is a null value. When you say null, right, nothing is stored inside that particular column. Okay, that is the meaning of null. And if you insert a value called null, then this is a value as which is similar to a. Okay, but if you insert a null like this, if you insert a value like this, then you are inserting a value into the particular column and the inserted value is null, means like nothing. That column doesn't have any data for this particular a. When I say a, this is the a column, and the b column doesn't have any data, means like it has nothing. So this is the one of the what is that null usage. So now what we are going to test is null functionality. So select a comma is null of, okay, b if the column corresponding column is having null value, then what is that, which value has to be replaced. Just give the replace value, saying that uh, replace value, okay, yes b. If you see now, execute, see, if you see, there is a what is that a value coming here, replace val and replace val. So now if you see, now if you see, when I insert, when I am replacing a value with replace value, you could see here there is a cutting happened, because if you see my varchar column is length of 10, correct? If you see here, 1 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, 8, 9, 10. These many characters only will be displayed when you replace. Okay. So let us say, okay, if you want to replace any null value column with a particular expression or a particular static value, okay, then you can go with the is null. Okay, and this is the is null functionality, and is numeric. Let us say where you will check whether it is having a is numeric or not. So if you want to check whether a particular column inside a table is having a numeric data type or not, then just go ahead with is a numeric of A, RAM, TBL, is null test. So go like this, then it would return 1111. Okay. If it is non-numeric value, then it would throw an error. Okay. So let me insert a record into this particular table. I will show you. Select null comma XYZ. Okay. Select. I am selecting A comma B comma is null of the value as, sorry, is numeric. Is numeric expression. So if you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, shit, wait. Correct. If you see here, this is a numeric value, this is a numeric value, this is a numeric value, and this is a numeric value. But when you see here, this is a null, means like the value for this particular column at this row is nothing. So this doesn't have any data. That's why it is returning 0. And let us include that is null also here. If you see here, this is a null value. Wait a minute. Let me. Yep. See, let us go for each numeric expression. In this particular table, TBL is null test. So 1 is numeric, 2 is numeric, 3 is numeric, 4 is numeric, null means nothing. So when you insert, when you are checking for this particular column whether it has a numeric data type, what is the numeric data or not, then go and check like this with the help of each numeric function. Each numeric function. So just I have mentioned A inside this particular column. So 1. This is a numeric data. So that's why it is giving 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So now if you come here, this is having null, means like, which means nothing. This column for this row particularly it is having nothing value. When I say nothing, it has null. So now for this, if you apply each numeric expression, the value for that particular column is null. That's why it is giving 0. And if you come to the is null expression, now B is the character column, and I have a null value, means like this column doesn't have, this row doesn't have any data, and this row doesn't have any data, and remaining rows are having data. So what I am telling to the system is, whenever you find a nothing or a null value inside this particular column for that particular row data, just replace with my static content. So that's why is null, what it is doing, it is replacing with my static content. So if you see, A is a value. So inside this B column for this particular row, there is a value called A. That's why it is giving A. And but when you come here, this column and at this row level, this is having null value. When I say null value, it is having nothing. So that's why it is giving, it is replacing with our default static value, nothing. Okay, it means like test. And new ID, where you will create this new ID. Okay, where you would be using this new ID. Select new ID. So whenever you want, what was that? Distinguish between all the values. When I say all the values or all the columns, means like all the values in the particular table. When I say in the row level, okay. So you would be going with the new ID. When I say new ID, new ID will give you a unique identifier. If you remember the data type when we were discussing in the data types class, there is a data type called a unique identifier. So new ID will be giving you a unique identifier, and it would be in the var binary format. This is a var binary format, okay, which is unique across all the tables inside that particular database. Okay, when you create new ID again, if you want uniqueness value what is that, across the tables, right? So you could go with the new ID. If you see new ID, it is like a random number which is generated by the system. Okay, if you see 78D, right, and B1C, right, and let us execute now. 8024 and D7F, these are like random generated variable formatted numbers which would be unique across the tables inside the particular database. Okay, if you want to generate a unique number across all the tables inside a particular table, you could go with the new ID property. Okay, where you will use this new ID. Okay, whenever you,
It's a row level function. It
it's,
work,
yeah,
Govind?
yep, yes, Vara, yes,
Uh, okay, it's a row level function.
yes, it's a row level.
Hello?
Yeah, Vara, it's a row level.
Okay. So every time we execute,
Yeah,
every time we execute it and it generates some different number.
correct. See, if you see here, right? If you see here,
Okay.
the values are,
Yeah.
see, it is changing. Okay, but these values are static. When I say static, these are particular to the table. But if you see here as new ID, let me give you an alias. So this is the value, and using numeric new ID and null is not required. Row count, this row count you will be using inside a transactions, or whenever you want to find how many rows got affected, then you could go with this row count. So let us say, mm, wait, let me insert the rows again.
Govind,
Yep.
can you ask you a question?
Yeah.
How do you, you are selecting like from insert to select,
Yeah.
you are removing the comments. How you do that?
When I say
Explain.
remove, okay, this
Yeah,
one,
removing comments.
this
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Okay, there is
Yeah,
a
yeah.
shortcut called
How do you do?
Control KC and Control KU. Okay, when you type Control
Control
K,
KC.
yeah, Control KC means put a comments, and Control KU means remove comments. Okay, that is the shortcut.
Okay. KU. K means K, alphabetical letter, KU.
Yeah. You could see here, okay. Let us
Okay.
say,
Yeah.
it is like, okay, let me. Control K, okay, control K plus U. Which means uncomment. Okay, U means uncomment, and the similar thing, if you press C here, comment. C means comment, U means uncomment. Okay,
Okay, thank you.
not a problem. Okay, select star from this table. How many rows got inserted? Okay, cool. Now what I am doing is, if I want to capture how many rows got inserted inside my particular table, okay, when I execute this SQL statement, if you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 rows got inserted, and this is a system defined function which would be giving the last, after the last insert statement, right, how many rows got inserted into your particular table, those many rows it will, that count of rows it will return. Okay, this is the what is that usage of the @ row count, and this function you will be using in the audit section only. When I say audit section, if you want to track, means like when you perform any transformation, when I say any transformation, when you are inserting a data into particular table, so if you want to track how many rows got inserted into that particular table at the transaction level, just insert, select @ row count, then you will find these many rows got updated or these many rows got inserted, like that. Okay, so this is the usage of your row count. And scope identity, I will tell you at the identity class.